Well, tubers, it really does feel like the end of an era. I have now got enough cells, well and truly, with 200 or 300 or 400 to spare to do my 60th kilowatt hour pack. I'm starting to build out the packs. I've got all the black plastic for the 60th kilowatt hour, and of course the 50 kilowatt hour Bose pack is there, and the discharger is almost empty. We've got only a few cells left. What have we got? We're gonna turn the lights on. Of course that'll change the amp draw, but that doesn't matter because they're all finished. At 27, 26, 21, 25. What's that? 20, 25, 17, 16, 32, 22, 13, 0. That was at 17 and 2200 milliamp hours respectively. We're done. We're done. Now I literally don't have any room to put these in. I'm going to have to jam these cells in if I get them in their current position, or I'm going to have to wait until I get my my shipping container. Now these cells here, these are the SKN or SZN cells that I've been testing. They are still going. That is probably the 120th cycle. Full cycles. They're not my little baby cycles every night. So I am surprised. However, I have got a variable, and that's the fan is blowing air across it, which is going to be cooling it down and probably tampering with the results. So I might do an extra 100 tests over the next month or so and see how that goes. As you know, over on the forum I've got photographs of every single cycle of this, and I'll link that below so you can go and have a look at it. Rowan is picking this up in a few hours, and Rowan is also bringing his spot welder around, and we're going to compare the two spot welders and see what we can come up with, and work out how to make this one work better and work for us in this situation. I think it's going to work. I just don't know how well. I have also finished the testing of cell 5. Now we've only just gone back on battery again because I've got it set to 50 volts as a cutoff, just so it leaves me with a little bit in the tank if we ever have a problem. And I can't remember what it got down to, but you can see these 4 cells here from my little gadgety thing that I built, and those 4 long ones all attached to to cell 5. And everything else is nice and balanced. So cell 5 has really hurt. We took about 120 amp hours, 130 amp hours out of the battery last night. So what's that? 6 maybe ish kilowatt hours of power, and it just hammered. These ones were down all the way down here, but that'll be in the cell 5 video, probably uploaded in the next few days. I'm looking at the spot welder. Hopefully this is the one that 709A. Hopefully that's the one that Rowan's bringing over. But if you look here from last night, you can tell this is the battery. This is Gravia, and I didn't get a screen capture of this, and I wish I had of. Last night we were actually drawing 80 amps, which is going to be very difficult to actually show you. I'll see if I can get at least close to 80 amp draw. That's 70 amps. So right at the bottom of that little drop there, and that was we turned the battery on about 8ish around here. Oh, actually no, we didn't turn the battery on. I turned the other 3,330 cells off in the battery shed and only left the cells on that way in the power shed. So I didn't run a full test. So this was running a dryer for a bit more than an hour, I reckon. And then you can see there, that's where we had breakfast this morning, and it actually returned to grid because it dropped below 50 volts. So 50 volts is my cutoff. It dropped below 50 volts, returned to grid. The green line is charging, so it was but it's charging it around. Let's try if I can do this with my left hand. So I was charging about 11 amps, sort of up and down, and then when the voltage come back over 52 volts, which is about there, my inverter transferred back to grid again. So what do we got? Come on. And this is done left-handed, so you can understand how difficult that is, guys. So 52.08, so that's when it returned back to grid, and then it sort of the load kicked back in and it dropped down a little bit. So there we go, tubers. Like I said, it's a sad day. I still have plenty to do. The project's not dead, and I'll see yous on the Cell 5 video when I upload it in a day or two, I hope. Cheers!